Hello and welcome to Bytes of CAC, to a super short video that theoretically illustrates a vertical edge detection using CNN. This is like a supplementary to the part 3 of the ongoing CNN tutorial series that talks about channels, where I mentioned that for lower layers closer to the input, there are specialized kernels with special tasks designated for edge detection or like texture analysis. So I had mentioned in that video that there has to be a peak in intensity information where the object of interest, in this case, the edge, is present. Now suppose you have a black and white image like this, and now we need to convert this 6 by 8 picture to a 6 by 8 matrix where zeros represent white and ones represent black. So now we apply so this is the image representation, and here to this image we apply a 1 cross 2 kernel with weights 1 and -1 to it. So basically a plan is to make sure that wherever there is a shift from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, the corresponding hidden representation will have a non-zero entry, and for the rest, that 1 to 1 or 0 to 0, it will be a 0 entry. So in fact, this is the reason why we are taking a kernel size of 2 cross 1. So we just consider the adjacent 2 pixels here. So as you can see here, for the first window, like if we consider this window, the intensity is going to be 0. So 1 plus -1. This is going to be 0. Now, but as we shift here, like if we consider this window, this is going to be 1 into 1 plus -1 to 0. So this is going to be 1. And for this, all this is going to be 0 entries. And here it will be 0 into 1 plus 1 into -1. So this is going to be -1. And this is how the output matrix or the hidden representation is going to look like this. So ones and -1 around the edges and zeros elsewhere. Now this kernel works for vertical edges, and let's see that if it also works for horizontal edges. Like if we flip the image sideways, so in this case the matrix representation also has to be flipped sideways. That means we will be taking a transpose of this matrix, and now to this transpose we apply the same filter. And what about the values here? So here the adjacent pixels are all the same. So this is going to be 0. Also this is going to be 0. And if we consider this window, well, this window cannot be considered. So the resultant matrix as expected is all zeros. So no, it cannot find the horizontal edges. So a little tip here. Now if you try out the same thing, the same computation, taking a transpose of this kernel matrix, and you will let me know in the comments what did you get. Now finally, before parting, if you're curious about the weights, so well, I use the numbers intuitively in this case, and it could even be 2 minus 2 or 0.5 minus 0.5 or whatever, and that would have worked too. So in practice, your CNN will actually learn these weights and will the CNN kernel actually will learn their weights and will figure out whatever works best for them. And if you're curious to know that how the whole thing works, I have a video just after this video ends. There will be appearing an end screen, and that will contain the link to that video where I'll be showing that what the kernel, that's going to be a TensorFlow based tutorial where I have shown that how the final weights are after the kernel learns for 10 epochs. So do check that out too. So thank you for watching.